Oh! Wow. Huge credit to the aero screen. You can see his hands pulled back to his chest, probably grabbing his shoulder belts.
On that car, he just clears the trap. Oh. And huge contact with the Armco, and watch as Jimmy climbs out of the car and says, yeah guys, I'm okay.
My Watkins Glen Xfinity crash in 2000 was a pretty frightening day. One of the very few times in a race car I thought it was over. Brakes went to the floor, I'm bouncing through the grass, and I saw the wall. I thought it was a concrete wall, and I thought that was it. To survive it, to be uninjured, I was just blown away.
No, it's a good one. And here they come. Bobby Unser going for the lead. Johnny Rutherford right alongside him. Rutherford down low, but Bobby with a terrible crash on the home stretch. There are several cars involved. We can't see the numbers, but it's been a bad crash on the start. It was in the middle of the field somewhere. Terrible thing. Explosion. This is what everyone is feared. This is why there's been such a terrible atmosphere of fear here all weekend long. Shame, there's the driver waving. He might be on fire, that man. There's a car going, starting to the right. Right there, and look at this. Incredible explosion, fuel spraying out over the spectators in the first few rows. That could mean real trouble. And then explosion, and like a pinwheel or a garden sprinkler, all the fuel is being sprayed out of the car. That could be a good thing for the driver if he has survived this crash. Car upside down, coming to a rest. Another view of this from a head-on camera. And again, you will see how the cables inside this screen are the only thing to stop this car from flying into the crowd.
It's just tumbling end over end, side over side. That is Danny Bagwell's car, number 10. And look like all the wheels there. Is that 3 wheels I see on the apron of the racetrack?
That's the rear end housing laying right there beside of it. That car just absolutely came apart right there. Look at this.
Wow. There's Danny Bagwell moving, trying to get the helmet unhooked as the car is laying there with the bottom of the car facing oncoming traffic. They have the car goes by, and he's rolling side over side. There comes the rear end housing out. The windshield's already gone. The front tires are gone. Sheet metal peeled away. There comes the windshield down in one piece on the racetrack, the Lexan windshield, and cars are going by. And I'm just thankful right here that there were no cars that came by that hit him from the bottom side.
Cockpit right now inside his helmet.
Big crash! Major incident. Kenny Breck getting way high up into the fence. So 2 cars involved.
That's Schechter right there. You can see him moving inside the cockpit. His helmet, his steering wheel comes off. Car heavily damaged, but we have one other car right now.
There is the scene around Kenny Breck as the medical personnel from the Indy Racing League work over him and try to stabilize him. Here is the replay of what happened. Breck on the high side of Thomas Schechter down the backstretch. At the end of the backstretch, there's the contact, and Breck's car up into the wall, virtually splitting in half. And here is the shot now from the end of the backstretch. It's a
up the outside. Wow. Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th, and comes to rest. Newman got turned, went up in the air. As he came down, was hit by another car and launched skyward, coming down on his
Is in the yellow car coming around turn number 2. And oh, we've got an axe. Sneva is on the wall. He goes into a terrible flip, and we have a fire. The engine is ripped off the back of the car and comes tumbling across. A.J. Ford was right behind him. He was able to avoid it somehow. But Tom Sneva is in the car. He's moving around. He's trying to get out. An incredible accident on turn number 68, Tom Sneva. There is fire. Sneva can't seem to get out of the car. The fireman is there, spraying it down. Question is there fire in the cockpit? But what a spectacular flip, and the fire suit hopefully will protect young Tom Sneva as he struggles to get out of the car. And Jackie, it appears that he is trapped in that car.
Yeah, he is, but he's got lots of help there. They're obviously dousing the fire. You can't see the alcohol flame, of course, but he looks as if he's okay. He's certainly classic open-wheel racing car action. It climbs over the front wheel of the yellow car, of Rasmussen's car. This is the type of accident that can occur. It seems to be that Tom Sneva was in the inside line. Rasmussen stayed parallel with him, but look at that car slam against the wall, burst into flame, the car disintegrating as it goes through. The suites there, the people very close to the accident, the wheels are coming off.
It's traveling so fast. It happened right when it got in the grass. As soon as it got in the grass, that's when it started to lift. And then this is just violent. I mean, look at this car. That is just amazing that something that weighs over 3,500 pounds can get in the air like that.
It looks like a toy car flying through the air. But as you mentioned, Jeff, 3,500 pounds. Such a violent accident for Ryan Preece.
Turn number 4, Richard Petty's car goes airborne, end over end. There's 2 or 3 other cars into it.
Petty has hit the wall very hard. He gets hit again as the car came to rest at the entrance to pit road. Petty's car is really...
Checkered is waving. Ernie Evans wins and Rusty spins and gets airborne. And flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona.
What a way. Yeah, he's moving. I see him moving around in the car. I saw it there. We see his head moving around.
Yes, we do.
Thank God.
Now here is what happened.
Okay, there's Rusty and Dale Jarrett running side by side. Earnhardt comes down on the inside trying to draft Rusty and go right out of the picture, and it looks, there he is. Earnhardt right up on the back bumper of Rusty, and he does touch him.
That's
and
why
around he goes, and that's one reason that Dale Earnhardt went down there.
That's why he was so concerned, because he touched Rusty Wallace to start this situation, it looks like.
And the car overturns about 6 or 7 times, pirouetting on its nose, end over end.
Coming out of turn 4, the car has gone into the pit area. I believe it hit the abutment separating the track and the pit road. It is well out of my view. The car went into the pit area and is stopped there right now.
Evan Cogan spins in turn 4 and hits the pit road attenuator. Miraculously, Cogan escapes the horrific crash without a scratch.
Rick Mears was the surprise of the month of May. As he was going through the south end of the track, suddenly a plume of vapor at the car. Then he lost control, slamming the wall, coming off of the second turn, and flipping upside down as he slid several hundred feet down the backstretch. Rick Mears is already back and practicing.
You watch the right-hand side of the car, Paul. The water is just pouring out of the car. Right there, the car finally lost adhesion. The car goes sideways. Both tires hit the wall at the same time. That really saved Rick a lot. And then
Veteran Stan Fox hits the rumble strip and shoots into the wall, causing an enormous 6-car crash. We'll examine one of the replays. If you are sensitive, please look away for the following few moments. As his car shears in half, Fox's legs are completely exposed, and they are what hits first as he crashes into the wall. He was unconscious by the time medics got to him. suffering from severe head injuries and, of course, leg injuries. We'll update his condition later.
His most serious crash. John Jones and Phil Kruger collide in turn 2, and our hopes of an injury-free race were dashed. Jones is able to free himself and walk away from his car unhurt. Kruger is pinned in his car. The right front tire and suspension are mashed back into the cockpit, and Phil is unconscious and suffering from internal injuries. The Horton safety team and CART doctors worked for several minutes to stabilize Phil. Their expertise probably saved his life. Kruger was airlifted to St. Joseph Mercy.
Elliott Sadler over once and a half and on his roof. Now the car tumbling hard onto the pavement in turn 3. Caution is out. A terrible crash.
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
It could be trying to dodge that 8 car.
Car flew in the air a long ways before it hit anything. And now the banking kicks the car back to the left.
A breakaway. Everybody else is trying to find a place in line, and big trouble in the air. Goes Mark Martin on his roof. No, that is not. It is Ward
through there. It didn't start flopping around a whole bunch. Yeah. The good thing is the new pavement they've done right here. This really helped.
Daryl, he's taking the net down and coming out right now. All right.
Here corner becomes the first. One truck hard into the tire wall, coming out of turn 10 and headed.
He's out of here.
For 11.
That truck went out of the course. Look at him stuck on the wall there.
Yes, indeed it did. That is turn 10. That's the fastest corner on the course. He just got in way too hot. You see, now he's in the gravel, no way to stop that truck. It hits the tire wall, climbs it, gets into the fence, and almost into the parking lot on the back.
Big flip, big roll. Now, tire walls are a mixed blessing, and anybody who's road raced a lot has been in.
Huge crash here at Watkins Glen. Heavy contact. Jeff Gordon involved. Jeff Burton is there. Heavy hit by the 77 car of Sam Hornish. He is out of his car. Jeff Gordon is yet to come out now. He is climbing out of the car.
I'd say we're done for the day.
It's a very fast part of the racetrack. As you come out correct, it got into Sam, and
goodness gracious, what
just as we saw the other day. Wow, huge lick by Jeff Gordon. It's good to see him get out of his car, and Sam Hornish. Both of those cars hit extremely hard on that second impact.
Gordon head on into the Armco barrier.
We saw this happen with Jason Leffler's car the other day, get thrown back, and Jeff Gordon wide open, nowhere to go. It's good to see those guys get out of the car.
Joey Logano just missing the inside of the 77 car when he came by.
Right along with Jeff Gordon here. Be ready, folks. This is hard. Ooh.
Heavy. He's got a good set of tires on though. Look at this. Greg Moore trying to go for second. Brian Hurt. Oh no! Brian, you so nearly took out your team boss. He braked late to stop Greg coming past him, and he so nearly took Bobby off with him.
Yeah, he threw the car sideways to not hit Bobby Rahal there, and he was thinking of his teammate. He knew he was going to be. Oh, goodness, that's Alex Barron in the Eagle Toyota. What happened there? I have no idea. I look at that again on the replay, and you can see the way Moore and Herter closed off on Bobby Rahal. Bobby was very conservative down there in turn 5. I think he took his young teammate there by surprise, and there's Herter looking around him here, and look at him. You could just see him brace himself there. He sees Barron coming down towards him, and the corner workers.
Climb from that car. Wow. Let's show you what happened.
Breck picks up the lead. Oh, and Zanardi, with a terrible crash. Yellow is out. Zanardi coming out in turn 1. Loses control of the car. The rest of the field
field. Look at them slow down. There's debris all over that racetrack.
They'll go down over the curbs if necessary.
That's going to be tight through there.
Oh!
Early touch. Oh, my God.
Oh! That's Robert Wickens. And his teammate is into him as well, James Hinchcliffe. That was ugly. That was frightening.
Big impact. Wickens inside, got a wheel up on Hunter-Reay. They touch there. Hunter-Reay goes, and then Wickens just climbs the left rear, and really don't need to say more. It's just total destruction of the Wickens chassis. Parts flying everywhere. You see Pietro Fittipaldi and Hinchcliffe getting together. But the best news...
Oh, and there's a big accident in the background. Somebody's hit the wall hard. Is that Magnussen? It's hard to tell. Or is it Blundell? I can't tell at this moment, I have to say. A huge shot through turn number 2.
That's a shame there. That was.
I think it's Magnussen.
Yeah, I think it was Magnussen as well. Not quite sure what caused the accident. I didn't see it. And there was Alonso Jr., who in actual fact had made a pit stop under that caution. He came in to top up with fuel. He lost control as well and is trying to get the safety workers to get that car back underway. He was at the back of the lead pack in 16th place, but several cars involved in that accident. Look at that debris all over the side of the track. And in actual fact, that's Cristiano D'Amato.
It is Cristiano D'Amato. Very tricky now. Let's see if we can see anything in the background. Somebody got sideways.
Yeah, it was Cristiano.
It was Cristiano.
Oh, dear. And right on the exit of the turn there, and at that point in the racetrack, there is a hole in the wall. There's a room to pull cars out of the way, and with that indentation in the wall, you hit it at a much more acute angle, and that's what poor Cristiano D'Amato did. The wall sort of bends back in there behind the other wall, so to speak. It's protected behind the other wall, and a heavy crash. Here's the opposite view here of that angle of the crash. But there is Cristiano D'Amato on the right-hand side of the corner. He got it sideways. He tried to correct it, and he took it into the outside wall.
Well, that was Al gets into the side, and Al, an incredible accident. Both cars flipping. Another serious accident. It's a Michigan 500. Two cars together. Al Unser Jr. and Chip Ganassi. It's a nasty one as Ganassi hits the fence, catches the barrier. Car was in the air, looked like the top of the car slammed into the barrier.
For Chip's car, it was a very bad wreck. It looks like little Al's car stayed right side up through the whole thing, as near as I can tell, Paul.
This has been a nasty section of the Michigan Speedway course. We'll talk about that in a moment. See, he just turns. Apparently something breaks. Al collects it.
Yes, it did. There was no place for Al to go, and see, Chip was just continuing going down and just holding little Al there, and there's nothing either driver can do anything about.
Watch this. This will give us an idea, too, of that's just the top coming off the car, but as they get across that ditch, Chip gets high into the air.
Guys, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life. He hit that wall a ton. Oh, my gosh.
Michael's moving around in the car. My goodness. That car just hooked, went straight in.
It did that hook and go up the hill, man.
And that was a incredibly hard impact.
Look at that thing, just absolutely. I will guarantee you that impact was well over 180, probably 185 miles per hour. We've already seen 199 or better getting in there going straight.